All right, I'll start off just by, confirming Joe will be our quarterback going forward.
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Yeah, we'll stay path with Joe going forward right now.
No! It's just dumb.
Joe will be the starter for the Jets, yes.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
With that being said, he will be our starter again. He's going to start this week. He's going to start the rest of the season. All right, and we're going to go from there.
What, a reverse back? Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
We some Indiana moves. We some Indiana moves. We some Indiana moves. I'm an Indiana move. We don't think 1, 2, 3. We make the f***ing rules this time. No more talk. Just win. Let's go.
Touchdown! I-N-D-Y! Anthony Richardson.
So, is anything going on in Colts Nation? Any news pop up? Anything interesting going on with the Indianapolis Colts? No? Okay. Well, I guess this will be a short video, but anyways, this is Marcus Sniffles, NFL expert, Colts fan. You guys know what we're here for today. The Colts have reinserted Anthony Richardson back into the starting lineup, benching the 55-year-old Joe Flacco. Just real quick, let's just get a little quick timeline of what happened here. So, a few weeks ago, the Colts lost the second time to the Houston Texans in Houston. Anthony Richardson had a play where it was like second and long. He's running around. He almost got sacked by a defensive tackle, threw him off, kept running, and he either threw an incompletion or just avoided the sack and proceeded to tap his helmet and pretty much saying that he was too tired to play the next play. So he came out for a play. Joe Flacco just handed it off, and then they kicked the field goal. I, at the time, didn't think it was that big of a deal, but when Anthony Richardson came out into the post-game presser and said that he came out of the game because he was tired, a lot of people came out and made a big deal about it. Like a lot of outside people. And looking back on it, I don't see an issue with him coming out for that play, but I kind of disagree with how he went about it looking back at it. Like, he should have just said, oh, I thought my hamstring got tight or my back, or he should have, like Zaire Franklin said, just lie there and, deal with the consequences and repercussions from your teammates, because you can't lie to your teammates because they know. So you obviously have to deal with that from the linemen, of course, who can't come out for a play, the running backs, the wide receivers, defensive players. Like, you have to look your team in the face and kind of be like, hey, man, I messed up there. But when it comes to the media, you got to lie to the media. Give them quarterback speak. Honesty is not the best policy because it'll just get you in more trouble or in unnecessary trouble, to say the least. So the next game, we hosted the Vikings. Joe Flacco starts, and he throws an interception, and the run game just goes to the trash can. Like, Jonathan Taylor has under 50 yards. The offense scores 0 touchdowns, and the defense scores 1 touchdown. Again, we inserted the quarterback that Shane Steichen said gave us the best chance to win now, and that quarterback proceeded to throw a turnover and no touchdowns, while the defense scored a touchdown. So the next week, Joe Flacco starts against the Bills. This time, he throws 3 interceptions. He should have had 6 interceptions because 3 of them were dropped, and he fumbled the ball. Now, on the plus side, Jonathan Taylor had over 100 yards in the first half, but then after that, he was pretty much shut down. I believe 98 of those yards came in like 2 or 3 carries, so it wasn't like the running game was great. It was just Jonathan Taylor's just a great player. And the defense forced two turnovers of Josh Allen, who at the time had only thrown 2 interceptions the entire year, and yet he threw 2 interceptions against our defense. So it's safe to say that our defense has been stepping it up, playing better, and playing good enough to win games. It's just Joe Flacco, the quarterback that they told us was the best option to win now, is ass. So to sum it all up, when Anthony Richardson got benched, the Colts were 4-4, and they were the 7th seed in the playoffs. Now he's coming back, and the Colts are 4-6, and I believe they are the 12th seed. If I'm not, let me know in the comments. But I know they're not the 7th seed anymore. So here's kind of what I'm expecting for Anthony Richardson's return. Or let's go back to what Shane said at the presser. He said that AR has learned how to be a pro and to focus on minor details in the classroom and preparation and stuff like that. It's basically a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Personally, I'm not sure if I buy that. I don't know if I buy that you kind of almost threw the season away because he wasn't prepping right. Like, you can't really, I mean, do you have to bench him for him to understand the importance of that? If that's the case, then I guess it is what it is. But I mean, we're going to probably look back at that point and say, if we missed the playoffs, that is where we missed it, going from 4-4 to 4-6. The only questions and shout out to the Colts beat writers, because they were asking Shane some tough questions, and I appreciate that they didn't just roll over and let him say whatever he wanted to and let him get whatever, vagueness he was trying to do. But the only question I wish they would have asked Shane is, if Flacco would have played well and we would have won, and Anthony Richardson did all the behind the scenes things, would they have still benched Joe Flacco for Anthony Richardson? That was a question that I would have wanted asked. He probably wouldn't have been very direct at that. But let's get to the things that I kind of am looking for with Anthony Richardson back in inserting into the starting lineup. Before we get to that, make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribe to it. We're going to put out more Colts content out throughout the season, and whenever more stuff comes out, we'll try to get some videos up. So I need Shane Steichen to improve as a play caller. At some point, he's got to get it through his head that our best player on offense is Jonathan Taylor. Our best option, our best play is Jonathan Taylor running on the edges with Quentin Nelson pulling in front of him. That is our best play. That is our most successful play. That's our most unstoppable play. We are a running team, and we need to focus more on that. We need to get Anthony involved in the running game with quarterback sweeps or quarterback powers like we did against Houston last year before he got hurt, and focus on running the ball. And when it comes to the passing game, I don't think Anthony has improved his short area and mid-level accuracy within these 2 weeks. And I also don't think Anthony looks at the wrong places when he's throwing the ball. Like, the ball gets out on time. It's just inaccurate. He's made a couple of bonehead plays, some boneheaded throws, but that's just him trying to make a play. But I don't think he's looking at the defense and not knowing what he's seeing and not reading the coverages correctly. So I think that Shane needs to just work on getting him easy completions and getting him to a rhythm, whether it be screen passes to the running backs, to wide receivers, quick routes to Josh Downs, maybe one-on-one slants with 80 Mitchells, one-on-one go balls with Alec Pierce, but just something. He needs to simplify, the passing game and really emphasize the running aspect of our team, because we should be a running team. And as a running team, it pushes the safeties into the box, and then that opens up the passing game for Anthony Richardson, especially the deep ball. So Shane needs to improve as a play caller. Anthony needs to improve as a passer. I really don't want to hear anything if Anthony comes out and throws interceptions, because he sat behind Joe Flacco and watched him throw 4 interceptions in 2 games. So that's on y'all. So, and another thing, I don't really watch this guy's content that much, but I do see some of the thumbnails and some of the clips. And I do know that Pat McAfee was one of the big proponents of benching Anthony Richardson and bringing in Joe Flacco. And then once he realized that Joe Flacco was old and washed, that he wanted Anthony Richardson back into the lineup. And now he's kind of doing a victory lap about it. And my thing is with Pat, and I love him, Colts legend, Ring of Honor guy, great punter, should be a Hall of Famer if they respect his special teams, but stay on that side, dog. Like, you didn't want Anthony in there. Like, you were ready to give up on him. You can go ahead and stay on the other side, bro. Like, don't try to jump sides now, like, because everybody knew Joe Flacco wasn't going to be good. And we all knew that Anthony Richardson was a work in progress. So I'm expecting good things from Anthony, as long as Shane can call the right plays and as long as Anthony did the things that he was supposed to do. during this 2-week break, I expect us to be a better offense at the very least. At least a better running team. So let me know what you guys think about Anthony being a starter again. Is this a right move? Do you think he'll get benched again? And is this the best thing for the team? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys supporting me. Appreciate it. Peace.
Thanks for watching, babe. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.